Southern Sins is a true crime podcast intended for mature audiences. This show contains extreme language, graphic content, and discussions of real-life violence that may be disturbing for some listeners. Listeners' discretion is advised. Hey everybody, it's Lexi.
And it's JJ.
And this is
Southern Sins.
Welcome back, motherfuckers.
We just had some technical difficulties to where I, couldn't get down here quick enough, and we're so sorry that we have not released. Yeah, very much so. All the technical difficulties. I fucking hate life. But
We're back.
Yes, we are.
With multiple episodes.
Yes, so y'all be ready for those.
Yes.
Today's episode, though, is not a Southern, thing, but, I wanted to go all out with this one. And it's kind of a doozy, a really big doozy. But he is a Colombian serial killer, so definitely nowhere near the South.
Yeah, actually, quite further.
Way further. I looked. His
Not
name is Pedro Lopèz. I do not speak Spanish, so please help me, God. Don't come for me in the comments.
You were so strong with that, though.
Anyway, it excited me, though, doing this one.
Oh,
Thought
sorry
of
for
Lexi the whole time.
No.
Only because, she's, part Colombian.
Not entirely too sure, but we're pretty sure. Maybe.
Not
sorry
Cuban.
No. But pretty sure this creaky table is going to be most of our problems throughout this episode. I'm sorry, guys.
We'll try to, not lean on it too much so that way y'all don't hear it as much, but no, we can't promise it.
Yeah.
But Pedro Lopèz, I like saying that. Alonso. Just sounds weird, actually, when I say it like that.
Yes, it does.
Was a Colombian
What?
I don't know. Serial killer was not going to come out my mouth,
No,
so I quit talking.
It sounded like you were going to say seal.
That probably was. Was a child rapist. Yeah.
Wow.
Who murdered a minimum of 110 people, but admitted to 300 and plus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Anyways, disclaimer.
About 110 bodies were found.
Oh.
But he admitted to 300 and plus people, so we do not have a victim list.
Okay. Well, I don't know anything about this case, so
yeah.
I'm right there along you guys with the whole not knowing what's next.
I actually got this case from my boyfriend's aunt.
Oh.
Yeah. I could not figure out the life of me an interesting serial killer, and I was like, I need some suggestions. And she was like, how about this? And gave me a few names.
Well, I got the Candyman inspiration episode from your boyfriend's mom.
Right. Anyway, I don't know why we're surrounded by such dark people, but we love them.
America.
Yeah. Most of his victims were young women and girls. So, a whole bunch of little girls. Yeah. He was active in 1969 to 1980. He was considered by many one of the most prolific serial killers and rapists.
Prolific.
Oh, prolific. Yeah, that's one of those I struggle with. And rapist in history, Pedro Lopèz was born October 8th, 1948, in Santa Isabela, Colombia. I looked that one up.
Oh, did you?
I practiced.
Ah.
Just a little bit. Pedro was the seventh? Yeah.
The what?
I don't know.
Confusion.
Yes, because I didn't put, thuff after 13. Pedro was the seventh of 13 children born to Belinda Lopez. And I'm not saying that I did not practice that one. De Quesada. Do not speak Spanish. Quesadilla? Quesadilla? I don't know. Shit.
That's a little racist.
No, it's not. I love quesadillas.
Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Castaneda.
See, I don't...
Or Castaneda.
Anyway, Lexi's got that down.
Fucking quesadilla, bitch.
That's not what I said at first. It just, rhymed, and so I put it there.
Oh, Jesus.
She was able...
I was thinking about what you first said. Oh, God, I'm gonna giggle about that for a minute. And I'm so sorry.
Anyway, she was a laundromat worker and supposedly also a lady in red.
A prostitute?
Yes. A lady in red. It was them times. It wasn't called a prostitute yet. Now we just call it a prostitute. Anyway,
Prostitution.
but yes, she was a prostitute.
Okay. Hey, I'm not gonna shame a lady who works.
Right, she making her money.
Just, I don't know, prostitution.
Right. Pedro's father, Medero. Oh, fuck. I even practiced this one. Medero Reyes? Maybe.
Medario?
Reyes? I guess. I don't know.
Yes.
Y'all don't hate me. Was killed in... Oh, fuck.
What happened?
I'm so sorry, Momo, because I know you're going to be like, they rainbow. I'm sorry.
Your mama gonna be like, she said the F word.
It was... I'm not saying that because I literally went and looked up, the word in English, and it's called the violence.
The violence?
Yes.
The violence.
La violence or something.
What?
Yeah.
That is not the violence.
I looked it up on Google and said it was right. Whatever. Anyway, it was a civil war. If it wasn't called the violence, then I don't know what it's called.
Oh, God.
It was a 10-year civil war in Colombia from 1948 to 1958 between the Colombian Conservatory? No.
Conservatives?
Yeah. Lexi got
Why'd
that.
you say conservatory? Isn't that a building?
Maybe. What's the word you said? Conservative?
No, that is not the word that I said. Conservatives. You put a D in there.
Whatever.
There's a dog chewing on something.
Party, because she said it twice, and I did not. And the Colombian Liberal Party mainly fought in the countryside 6 months before Pedro was born, Pedro would say that, what? Oh, this happened 6 months. Like, it started 6 months before Pedro was born.
Pedro shouldn't have much to say then.
Right.
Because he wasn't...
But this is like when he was older. Pedro would say that when he was young, his mother would get abused by the men that she was with, which comes with being a sex worker. I mean, it literally happens every...
Yes.
A lot of sex workers get murdered and all kinds of stuff. Just
Sadly.
Yeah. But I guess that's...
Have a handgun, because nobody has the right to murder you.
Yeah. And that all 13 children just slept in a big bed. Like a big-ass bed in a room. Like a really big room.
With big bed? In the big room?
With a big bed and a big room. It actually had 2 beds in the room. But, you know...
Pushed together?
No. His mother was using the other bed to, like, do her sex working.
In the room?
In the room.
With the children?
Just a curtain.
Ah!
Yep.
Oh, no. All 13?
Yep, all 13.
Jesus.
He also said that this bed was in the same room his mom would work in. All that separated them from Pedro's brothers and sisters was a sheet. He also claimed to have been abused by the men also. So, like, the men that was...
I hate that.
Beating his mom was beating him, too.
This is parts where you want to feel sympathy for the child.
Right, but...
And I do feel sympathy for the child aspect of that, but
this next
this
part
dude.
Is literally going to be like, oh, well, never mind. To that exact sentence. At the age 8, Pedro was kicked out of his mom's for touching his little sister.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No.
Now he's homeless on the street at the age of 8. They met a man who offered him food and a place to stay. And at 8, and homeless, anything offered will most likely be taken. This man wasn't a good man. He was a pedo. Who took in Pedro and into an abandoned building and assaulted him multiple times.
The pedo took Pedro.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it is terrible. Very terrible.
All of it.
After this incident, Pedro would later say he knew he'd be a killer.
Well, I mean, obviously it does something to a child's psyche.
Right.
Watching all of that go down and
then
not getting any help for it and...
being homeless and then, yeah. I mean, it takes a toll, but... I don't know. I've had a lot happen, and I'm not murdering people.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've had a lot happen too, and I'm not murdering people. There is a choice that you can make, and he made his.
Yeah.
He made his.
He then ended up joining street gangs, started using hard drugs, some form of dirty coke.
What?
Yeah.
Dirty coke.
Dirty coke.
Dirty coke. How do you... Never mind. Never mind. I don't need to know, because I don't do dirty coke. I don't do coke.
Maybe it was heroin.
Maybe. I don't know the
Who
lingo.
knows? Me neither. Not that lingo.
Not that lingo.
At one point, he made his way to the capital city. Yeah. City of Bodog. Bogota.
But what? That is not even Bodog. Why are we naming animals? Jesus.
That's our dog at the house.
Bodog. Yeah, that is right. We do have a Bodog at the house.
No, I practiced this word too. I have it.
Bodog. Bogoat. Bogota.
Oh, well. Either way.
Damn.
At this time, he was 10. Just 10.
At Bogota.
Yeah. But he ran into an American family. They seen him living on the streets and offered him some help.
No. Leave him on the streets.
They gave him a place to stay, provided him with food, enrolled him in school.
Of course you did.
At that time, everything was okay.
Because white people...
In parentheses, okay.
White people.
For a few years, at least. But at the age of 12, Pedro claims he was molested by his teacher, and there was no way to prove that it happened, but he did end up leaving, and I mean left. Everything. Stole money from the school to get help to where he needed to go. And again, he was only 12. Like,
I could see that actually happening. Like, because there is fucked up people in our education systems.
I mean, just look at all the people who've been arrested for diddling the kids.
Exactly.
And they were all teachers.
Principals, teachers, staff, like... Nurses.
Like, it's terrible.
Terrible.
And there's police in the schools.
Especially because it's always, like, the considered lower class children.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah. Or ones who've already had a bad background.
Right.
It's terrible.
Now it's 1996. Pedro was arrested for stealing a car and was sentenced to 7 years. He was only 18 at this point, so...
For stealing a car?
Yeah.
7 years?
Yep, 7 years for stealing a car. 2 days after going to jail, Pedro was gang raped by 3 or 4 guys and didn't end up telling anyone about what happened. Instead, he started planning a way to kill them.
Well...
He made a shank and stabbed 3 men.
Man.
3 men. And killed them. The judge ruled it as self-defense and only added 2 years to his sentence. I mean, he got raped, technically.
Yeah.
It was technically self-defense.
Self-defense, innocent.
A planned self-defense.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, how much can you do in that moment?
Not a lot.
So.
Now he's released. Now he's a released man, and this man chooses the worst way possible to go, like the worst possible path. My phone kept hitting the cup.
Yes. And I almost dropped it. That would have been terrible.
He decides that instead of going a good way for this path, he's going to go fucking left and start stalking and abducting young girls early on. Most of these girls were from indigenous? Yeah, Indian tribes, and some
Native American.
Actually, in some of these countries in South America.
Oh. So, how old was he?
At
the time? Whenever he, like, officially got out of prison?
Well... about 25.
Okay.
I think.
Terrible.
He was 27.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, still a dirt bag from what I'm hearing, nonetheless. Like,
most of these killings took place in Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was just...
Bouncing.
Most
of the girls were poor street children. Yeah. While just in his time in Peru, he claimed to have taken the lives of 100 young girls. Except in the last... What?
Are your notes fucked up?
A little bit. It says except in the last 1970s. Pedro, I think I meant to say in the 1970s. I don't know why expect is there.
Expect the unexpected.
Fucking bitch. Oh my lord. Anyway.
Anti-Marie.
In the late 1970s, Pedro made a mistake and was captured by a tribe called Achuco?
That looks like Achuo.
Achuco. I don't know.
Cho.
I don't know. I literally...
Either way, I hope they did wonderful things to him.
He tried to abduct a 9-year-old girl. The whatever tribe stripped Pedro. Like, I put it multiple times. Clearly, I, was saying it properly. Why can I not think of it now?
I don't know. But we respect the tribes.
Anyway, stripped Pedro of his clothes and belongings, and they tied him up and tortured him. And part of that torture was Pedro being buried in sand.
Good.
And then pouring something sweet on his head and watching animals and ants eat them alive till he died of shock or starvation, etc. That was their tribal law, and they didn't end up burying him because an American missionary convinced them to release Pedro and turn him into the police. The police didn't detain Pedro. Instead, he was deported because they didn't want him in their country. But they didn't know he had murdered over 100 girls.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, the tribe was handling it like they should have.
Right.
Sacrifice.
To the animal.
Yes, to the ants and to the animals, and bury his ass and leave him for the wilderness.
But they also didn't care enough to look into this allegation either, so he left Peru. And now he's in Ecuador, and a lot of the girls start going missing. There's ads in newspapers, and police can't even find evidence. They have no suspects, and years go by, and there's still families looking for their daughters. Yeah.
That's sad.
I mean, just years. They were just posting repeatedly in group ads in the newspaper and just putting flyers up on walls. I mean, it was terrible.
I imagine it was terrible. I can't put myself in
their shoes
because I've never been through something like that. So I could...
But I could imagine, how everybody felt. Just was pissed off. Nobody could find nothing. They couldn't find the bodies. I mean... And
without the bodies,
you can't do nothing. They
ran
can't away.
Yeah. You can't definitively say that they're no longer here.
Right. In April of 1980s, there was a flash flood, and it uncovered the bodies of 4 young girls near a town of Timbuktu. Oh, wait.
Were you about to say Timbuktu?
I was.
Okay.
Boto. Yeah, see, I put the parentheses because I was not... Yeah, Mboto. When they did an investigation, they revealed that they had been strangled. It was reported that these girls, 3 of the girls had been strangled with so much force that their eyes had popped out of their sockets.
Oh.
It came out later that Pedro was in fact really strong in his hands. Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. I mean, it just sounds gross.
Yes, it does sound gross.
It was after these bodies had washed up, that's when everything started to fall around Pedro. No one really knows anything about Pedro other than a lot of young girls keep going missing. Pedro would stalk these girls at a supermarket. He tried to lure one girl out and her mama saw everything. Yeah.
I would immediately start
screaming. So she takes off after him, screaming and hollering for other people to help, and they did.
As they fucking should.
Nowadays, people won't.
No, they won't.
I've seen so many videos.
It's terrible. It's sad.
Like, just people, like, doing pranks of trying to kidnap people, and, like, people are just walking the fuck by.
Well, yeah, and that or they just stand there and stare. The bystander effect is real.
Yeah, it is. Like, I can't even... Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah, for real. I lost my spot. So now there's a mob chasing Pedro. They finally caught up with him and held him down until the police got there. Like, there was a whole mob of people holding Pedro down.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine so, because all these girls have been missing, and then a mom screaming that this random dude is trying to pick up her daughter.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're gonna be like, oh, motherfucker, is it you? Right. Are you the problem here? We're about to solve it.
Yeah.
Real fast in a hurry.
Now the police have him, and they didn't know exactly what to expect. Like...
Obviously, he's a pedophile. Handle him correctly.
They didn't exactly know, like, what the situation was either, other than he had tried to adopt a young girl. But then they started...
That's enough.
Right. Then they started to suspect he's part of the mass number of young girls going missing. And of course, he didn't want to talk. He's not giving them anything at all.
Of course.
And they start getting creative. They sent a detective with the last name Gonzalez. No. I lie. That was a part that I forgot to take out. His first name was not Gibbs. Figured that out later.
Okay.
I don't know who Gibbs is.
Okay.
It was really late.
It was really late? Were you tired?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But unclear research says that he may have been a priest, too. But
Pedro?
No, Gonzalez, the detective.
The detective.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
They sent a priest in there with him.
Okay, make him confess.
Right.
To the Lord, set him straight.
They did.
Yes. Yeah. Use his religion against him.
They stuck him undercover in the same cell as Pedro. Yeah, it wasn't like a interrogation. They put this man undercover.
But
as a inmate.
As an inmate and not as the priest?
Not as the priest.
Okay, I was about to say what
he was a priest.
He was a priest. I was about to say if they put him in there as he was as the priest, I don't know how they would cover that up. Like, what do you say a priest does?
Me neither.
To wind up behind bars.
As Pedro took it, so... Yeah, see, it was late.
Yeah?
The same cell as Pedro. It took some time, but he had finally gained a little bit. A whole month in a cell with Pedro.
I would not be able to do that.
Just a little bit of Pedro's trust. Pedro ended up spilling the beans to this guy and told him everything, but the detective makes up a story like he's a monster too. Which, I mean, how
well, of course, you gotta make a motherfucker.
Low key, though, how can you make up a story about being a monster when you're a whole priest, man?
That's a little scary.
Yeah.
See, I was gonna make a little bit of a dark joke a minute ago about what does a priest do to end up behind bars.
Oh, yeah.
I regret
which I even put in parentheses, which is crazy because how do you really think about stuff like that? But Pedro also talked about where the bodies were to this man, but like I had said, everything wasn't everything. He only confessed to 110 murders while talking to the police and shown the police to the burial sites, which was about 100. Now most of these sites, they wouldn't find the bodies, but they did find 53 of them. I lied.
Oh, 50.
Yeah.
I was about to say, how do they find 53 bodies, but then find no bodies?
Police at first thought he was telling stories, but when you lead police to 53 bodies, they pretty much know you're telling the truth.
Oh my god, that's kind of like what happened with Dean Corll's bullshit. His little accomplices, they were like, oh, well, I could bring you to some more. Yeah. And they thought he was lying. He indeed was not. If you have not listened to the episode, you should definitely go check it out.
Yeah. After
this one.
Don't leave this one to go watch that one.
Don't leave anything unfinished like us.
Not that one episode sitting in drafts.
Exactly. That's what I was referring to.
Anyway, yeah, another do moment because what the fuck. Anyway, all these victims were between the ages of 9 and 12. Pedro had a memo and a very specific victim type. He'd admit to 110 girls in Ecuador, 100 in Colombia, and many more in Peru. Almost 350 victims were confessed to. In his own words, he said, "I like the girls in Ecuador. They are more gentle, more trusting, and more innocent."
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, very. He told police that he had one way of killing all these girls. He would stalk until he found the girl who he said looked innocent. He said once he found a girl that looked innocent enough, he would stalk her for a few days, waiting for the perfect opportunity. Then he would lure the victims by offering gifts, and once he got away from the crowded area, he would abduct them. He would take them to an area where he had already prepared graves.
Oh.
He would rape them, then he would stare into their eyes as he strangled them. He said that he would only kill in daylight hours because he didn't want to kill anyone he couldn't enjoy seeing their eyes and face.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Like, he was bad. He also told investigators that he would hold what's called a party with his victims after he had killed them. This party, like, he'd prop them up in the graves and he would talk to them sometimes.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, sometimes there would also be like 3 or 4 victims at a time.
Oh.
Yeah. This is tragic, but he also would get bored of the victims, and then that's why he would bury them. Swear to God, once his little party was over, and then he'd bury them because he was bored.
That's not okay by any means.
No, it is not. And go back on the hunt.
None of this is okay.
Like, he'd get bored of them, so, like, he'd go back on the hunt for some more people to party with.
No.
That was basically his mindset of it.
That's not what a party is, my dude.
But he'd bury them and then go back out on the hunt and do it all over again. As he's telling investigators all of this, he also told the reason behind... He also telling the reason behind rape and killing these children. And it all falls back on what he experienced growing up, is what he told investigators. His exact words, exactly. What were you about to say?
That he's a bitch.
Yeah, he is. I lost my innocence at the age of 8, and I decided to do it to as many young girls as I could. Those were his exact words.
He just needed to be left in the wilderness with the tribes.
Yeah. So they ended up charging him with 110 murders, and this is just in Ecuador. He pled guilty in 1980 and was sentenced to only 16 years.
That's really fucked up.
Yeah. In Ecuador, they had different laws. They didn't have a death penalty. They just had a maximum of how many years you could get.
Well, most places don't have the death penalty because most people don't act out in ways that require
a death
penalty for them to be sentenced to death.
But they did change that later on.
Obviously, there's no reason why, like, if, for one, 16 years was not enough, a death penalty or not, let him fucking rot.
Well, now Pedro is going to get out sooner than everyone would expect. He did not spend 16 years.
Oh my god.
Now families of daughters would try and pay $25,000 reward for someone to kill Pedro while he was in prison.
Fucking should.
Of course, it didn't happen.
They shouldn't have to do that.
He spent most of his time in confinement because police didn't want him around other inmates because
the inmates were gonna kill him. I guarantee it.
Because he was that bad, and because the $25,000 reward if someone killed him. But being in confinement, he had a reporter come in, and he told the reporter, "I'm the man of the century. No one will forget about me." But then he also said, "I will soon be a free man again. They are releasing me on good behavior."
A person like that shouldn't get good behavior because they have no one to victimize.
And if that's not enough, he said he'd be happy to kill again and that it was his mission to kill again.
That's not good behavior.
He got released in 1994.
Oh my fucking god.
In 1994, they interviewed the prison's minister because they were asking how you can let this guy out, and he said, "Yes, it does sound strange, but that's our law."
It's not okay.
Right.
At all.
This twist now takes a bit of a turn. He was released in 1994, but the whole time he was in prison, he was worried about being released and sent to another country to serve time for his crimes he had admitted to, but him being released led to him being arrested again in Ecuador for being in the country illegally. Of course, they didn't want him again.
Well, yeah, they want to kick him out of the country so they don't have to deal with him.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, for real. Why do I keep losing my spot? They ended up taking him to trial, but not for Colombia. They ended up deporting him to Colombia. But of course, they didn't. That's not what. Fuck.
Dude.
Hold on. I lost my spot and I'm not reading in the right spot. But yeah, they ended up deporting him to Colombia, and of course that's not what he wanted to happen.
Obviously,
that's the whole thing that he was worried about, for sure, is going back to Colombia and the other state to serve time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
because
exactly
he wanted to stay there.
Right.
He literally said they were like the easiest girls.
They ended up taking him to trial, but not for the 100 plus girls that he killed. But for a murder from 20 years ago. He was convicted, but as mentally ill, and sent off to a mental hospital for 4 years in 1998.
4 years is not long enough.
No.
It's not remotely long enough.
And all of a sudden, he was fine and released from the mental hospital. He paid a $50 bail.
$50 for somebody's life?
Yeah.
Wow.
And of course, there was some terms and conditions. Don't leave. You can't do this. You can't do that. You know,
obviously.
Check in with your parole officer, etc. Yeah. He didn't.
Obviously, because what the fuck is stopping him?
But they just let him walk out the door. Not a surprise, really. But of course, he didn't follow his conditions set by the court, and he disappeared, never to be heard or seen from again.
Huh.
Yep.
I love that so much because he was very open and adamant. If he got the chance, he was gonna go.
Yeah.
And he was gonna do what he wanted to do.
Yep.
And that was murder and ruin people's lives.
Of course, the families of the victims were very upset that he can go free, but a lot of them said that there's no way he'd make it. Someone would take care of him. He would be 76 years old today.
I'm hoping he's dead.
The reporter that went to interview him had also said that before the interview they shook hands, and the interview said it felt like he was going to crush his hands. They were so powerful. Like, just by shaking his hand normally.
I hope he was shot.
He spent literally less than a month incarcerated for each girl, and now no one knows if he's still killing, if he's dead, or if he's just out and about running around not killing, or...
I'm sure he did.
But no one knows what he's doing right now. He could very much so still be out and about, moving around, killing.
I don't know about killing since he's like 78 or whatever.
I mean, you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
But he could still be out and about.
Somebody needs to push over Pedro.
Push over the old man.
Yep, straight down a flight of stairs.
But that that episode. There's not really, too much to that episode.
Except
because
he's skipped.
Right? Like, he had a rough childhood. He got kicked out. Had an even rougher homeless time.
Yeah.
Got adopted. That got fucked up. He left.
Lord have mercy.
Stole a car, went to jail, got out, murdered a bunch of people.
Went back to jail.
Confessed to said murders.
Got a slap on the wrist.
Got out.
Went back to a facility.
Yeah.
Got a slap on the wrist. Had to lose fight like $50. But,
Yeah.
That's just $50.
And now he's just out and about, running around somewhere, maybe.
I don't wish death on
very many,
if any. But for the motherfuckers like this, I do. I wish a very painful death.
But anyways,
yeah.
That is that
episode of Pedro Lopèz. Y'all know the routine.
Stay chaotic.
Yeah. Lock your windows, lock your doors, change your routines, and stay chaotic. We will talk to y'all later. Goodbye.
Don't hate too hard.